This is ABC7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin today with some breaking news out of Columbus, Ohio. Several people are injured after reports of an active shooter on the campus of Ohio State University. At least 8 people have been rushed to the hospital, 1 in critical condition. No confirmation yet on how they were injured. Law enforcement saying the suspect is dead and the scene is now clear and secure. ABC's Elizabeth Hurd joins us live with the latest on this developing situation from New York. Elizabeth?
Good afternoon. Just within the hour, university officials announced that shelter in place is lifted and the scene is now secure, but there's still a heavy police presence on campus with at least 8 people rushed to the hospital. Police and fire swarming the Ohio State University campus, responding to reports of an active shooter on the loose just before 10 a.m. The university alerting students and staff, tweeting, "Active shooter on campus, run, hide, fight."
There were 3 gunshots and it sounded like a handgun.
Students near the scene scrambling for cover and hiding.
Some people started running up. I was walking down 15th. People started running up 15th. And a couple people were like, "Don't go to campus. There's an active shooter." Kind of shaken up, I guess. It's just like, you never think something like this is going to happen. It's just mind-blowing.
We are being asked to go even further. This is the second time that we've been asked to move. You can see it is a very tense situation right now. We've been told that an active shooter is possibly inside that garage.
Police set up a perimeter, keeping everyone away from the building where the gunshots reportedly rang out. The SWAT team and the FBI now on the ground as the situation unfolds. And during the incident, law enforcement sources even warned parents and family members not to call students or employees on campus because a ringing phone could expose them if they were hiding. Once again, right now, that shelter in place lifted, but the investigation is continuing. Live in New York, I'm Elizabeth Hurd, ABC News. Back to you.
Elizabeth, thank you for updates on the shooting. You can log on to our website at any time, mysuncoast.com, or download our app, and we'll push alerts on the latest information on this story and other breaking stories as they happen. Of course, you can also get great weather information online as well at our website, and you can do it right here in person with meteorologist John Scalzi. And starting off the week with another nice day, John.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We had a gorgeous sunrise this morning. Lots of brilliant, beautiful colors, and some high-level clouds helping to give us all those beautiful colors reflected from the rising sun. As we head into the afternoon, maybe a little bit of rain, maybe, mostly in inland areas, but keep your fingers crossed. Taking a look at the Van Wezel webcam put into motion. Watch this brilliant flash of red color illuminate the sky as the sun rose. And now we're left with a very nice sky indeed. Mostly blue, but a few fair weather clouds as well. I think as we progress through the afternoon, maybe a few of the showers that have built down to the south may work their way into our forecast. So we'll go with, well, no turkey there. We should take that out. But we definitely have a 20% chance of showers a little bit later on this afternoon and a daytime high near 80. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
All right, John, thank you. Cyber Monday is here. Shoppers around the country will take to the internet to pick up some bargains. But could the popular shopping day be in jeopardy of losing its online sales title? ABC7's Bobeth Yates is here with more. Bobeth?
Yes, well, the Monday after Thanksgiving is traditionally the biggest shopping holiday of the year. But retail projections show the popular online shopping day is getting a lot more competition. That's because stores are releasing internet deals earlier than before. Now, analysts say consumers no longer have to wait till Cyber Monday to get the online deals, and shoppers are taking notice and starting their early shopping.
I shopped late last night, which I guess it wasn't technically Cyber Monday. I shopped at 11:58 last night.
I think it's fantastic, especially for people that work and they can't get out and shop. I think it's fantastic if they can get it online.
Convenience, and I don't have to leave my house and get in all the traffic.
Now, consumers spent $3.34 billion shopping online on Black Friday. That number is expected to be higher today. But while many are shopping online, there are those who say they're going to take this opportunity to visit their favorite store in hopes of having smaller crowds.
Well, I don't really like doing the online shopping. I'm more like going to the shop, touch the things, look at them. So, yep, I'm doing all my shopping today in the shops.
All right, still 83% of consumers are expected to be shopping on Cyber Monday. That is up from 77% in 2015. Back to you.
All right, well, Beth, thank you. More shopping numbers for you. Thanksgiving weekend, shoppers picked up hot toys, TVs, new Apple products, buying both online and in stores. They spent less per person because of rampant discounting they've come to demand now. More than 154 million customers said they had shopped or planned to shop over the Thanksgiving weekend. That's up from 151 million a year ago. And more were shopping online. 99 million went to stores, 108 million shopped online. And of course, many of you did both of those. In other news, a Sunday night car crash in Charlotte County sends 2 people to the hospital in critical condition. Troopers say one vehicle turned in front of the other at the intersection of US 41 and Toledo Blade Boulevard. A 9-year-old girl was critically hurt in one vehicle and a 71-year-old woman in the other. Manatee County Sheriff's Office still searching for a suspect in a series of car burglaries. Yesterday, there were multiple incidents reported along 36th and 38th Avenue East in Bradenton. A witness saw a man rummaging through a parked truck. No suspect, though, was found. Anyone with information is asked to call Manatee County Crime Stoppers. The number there on your screen, 866-634-TIPS. Happening right now, the Manatee Chamber of Commerce is hosting a meeting to get some insight into the area's transportation issues. Florida Transportation Secretary Jim Boxhold is speaking at that meeting. Organizers want feedback on the issue of transportation and the needs in this area. Information will also be provided on road projects and future transportation plans in the area. This event began at 11:30 this morning. It runs until 1:15 this afternoon at the Renaissance Hotel on 9th Street in Bradenton. And after nearly 2.5 years, construction is finally complete on Bee Ridge Road east of I-75. The $20 million project adding more lanes, 3 roundabouts, and sidewalks to the 2.5-mile stretch of road. Sarasota County is holding a celebration of the project's completion at 2 p.m. at the Colonial Oaks Baptist Church. Some Suncoast students are teaming up with the All Face Food Bank to help raise awareness of hunger in our community. The project pairing All Face staff with motion design artists at Ringling College of Art and Design to create these holiday-themed videos. The videos will act as public service announcements on the topic of hunger and were completed in 6 weeks. Today, the final versions of the videos are being presented to All Face Food Banks at the college and will be posted on their social media sites. The students will then be available to food bank organizations nationwide and customize these for each area by those same students. Great idea. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. And could it be, Richard, an actual down day on Wall Street?
Scott, hard to believe, and many of our viewers may realize how many up days we've had in a row. We've set records in all 3 major indices for 5 consecutive business days. And take a look right now, we're not setting any records. There you see the Dow is down by 51 points, 1/4% at 19,101.22 on volume of 318 million shares. The NASDAQ down as well. You're going to see everything is down. 19 points for the NASDAQ, 1/3% at 5,379.46. That on volume of 687 million shares. A clean sweep, the S&P down 1/3%, 8 points at 2,205.45. Well, it may be a down morning, but it was certainly an up morning for Time Incorporated. Shares of Time jumped by more than 17% after the company received and later rejected a takeover offer of $18 a share from billionaire Edgar Bronfman, as well as 2 other people who are involved in the potential purchase. Time, of course, is People Magazine, Time, Sports Illustrated, Southern Living, et cetera, et cetera. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But for a stock to go up 17% in one morning, and now the stock is trading near its 52-week high, actually slightly above that number just as of a few minutes ago. So, Scott, we'll have to see how that comes. Time Incorporated is different than Time Warner. They split off in 2014, but they do own all those major magazines. And, of course, the move from print to digital is the big deal everywhere.
It sure is. All right, Richard, we'll see you again at 5 o'clock.
You got it, Scott.
All right. Thank you so much for the update. Let's get over to the kitchen now and check in with ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher and see what she's cooking for us today. Hi, Judy.
Hi there, Scott. Well, by now, Scott, and everybody else, you're probably like me, and I'm really tired of leftovers. I've had my last turkey sandwich. I don't want anything that reminds me of that traditional meal while I loved it then. So I am making Vietnamese pho. It's a little bit different than the standard one because I have a leftover prime rib bone, a little chunk of meat that I had to hide from my husband so he wouldn't gobble that up, and I have a turkey leg. So I'm going to make sure that I take the majority of the fat off of the prime rib and then cut off any skin that's left on the leftover turkey. That's going to go in with a mixture of beef and chicken broth, and then from the farmer's market. Boy, did I have fun this weekend with Warden Farms. You know, they moved them over to State Street, so you have to check them out, and they have great produce to share in this delicious and different soup.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Stop by ABC7 or Sunset Kia in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice to pick up an Angel Tree gift tag. It will tell you what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
From ABC7, thanks for your generosity and happy holidays.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Home Sweet Home has you covered. Every week, the best home experts on the Sun Coast reveal their best tips and best tricks for inspiration and transformation. Watch Home Sweet Home every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on ABC7. Visit HomeSweetHomeFLA.com.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, one thing you can say is that with this kind of atmosphere, you get some really great sunrise and sunset shots. Here's a nice sunset that was sent in to us at Ringling, and it was sent in by Chris Sanford, and it's beautiful. You get that high clouds that kind of reflect all the lights, and it's just spectacular. Same thing happened this morning, actually. Some beautiful, beautiful reflected light from the dawn sky. 79 degrees the air temperature, dew points at 61, east-southeast wind. Now coming in breezily at about 17 miles per hour and gusts higher. That southerly component to the wind is going to increase the humidity across the region over the next couple of days. 78 degrees in Parrish, Bradenton, Mayaca coming in at 78, 77 Lakewood Ranch, 78 degrees in Northport, 79 Punta Gorda, Arcadia at 78, so is Wauchula, 76 in Inglewood, 77 in Venice, and Longboat Key comes in at 73. So we started off the morning with a general northeasterly wind flow. Now we're developing this southeasterly wind flow, and we're getting some pretty good gusts as well. Look at the forecast wind gusts, and you can see that over the course of the next probably 12, 24 hours, we're going to get some 20-mile-an-hour gusts. So some significant southerly flow. This offshore flow, actually, that we're getting out of the southeast is a good thing. We still have some reports of red tide, and the research centers of red tide just issued their governmental report saying that they're probably going to extend that beach hazards forecast because of the possibility of red tide irritants both in north and southern Sarasota County. Though the marine spotters have only seen irritants in the air at Minnesota Beach, but still, the offshore flow of air can do nothing but help. So we had some showers down to the south right now, those showers kind of riding on that southeasterly wind flow. That's why I'm putting in a slight chance at a shower for us today. I think it's mostly for Charlotte County, mostly for interior sections, but you know, the 20% chance is for light rain, maybe a passing patch of drizzle. We're not looking at any thunderstorms here. We're not looking at any appreciable rainfall, drought-busting situations this afternoon. But, you know, we'll take what we can get in this normally dry and currently abnormally dry month of November. Not much going on here locally. We do have those showers kind of moving into radar range now, so we'll continue to monitor them. Now, across the country, some big thunderstorms rumbling through parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, parts of Louisiana, all the way into Alabama, back into Texas. It all winds up around an area of low pressure producing snow showers in the Dakotas. That is front number one, and it is going to approach us. Possibility of severe weather in the deep south through the afternoon and into the evening hours, but no severe weather threat for us. This front kind of stalls out, basically, in the deep south, and then we'll wait for a secondary front to give this one a little bit of a nudge. They'll kind of combine together, move through here. An area of low pressure may develop, and in any event, Wednesday night, late Wednesday night into Thursday day, we have a chance of seeing some showers around here once again. So two opportunities this week. The first one due to a southerly wind, the second one due to a frontal passage on Thursday. So for today, a few more clouds around, breezy east wind turns southeast, and an isolated shower or two. The best we can hope for is in the forecast. The RPM computer model shows those rain showers coming up from the south, a few of them isolated amounts, but it's really the frontal system back to the west that holds the best promise of rain showers for us into Thursday. But even so, that strong line of showers will disintegrate as it approaches us. So our rain chance, even on Thursday, is only going to be about 30%. Southeast wind at about 10 to 15 knots today. Moderate chop on bay and inland waters. And after the front moves through Thursday, we tune cooler for the weekend. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. A local children's fund is looking to help children in need this holiday season, and they need your help to do so. The Libertor Fund for Children is teaming up with Sarasota's Downtown Merchants Association for a holiday event later this week. Here to tell us more is Scott Libertor of the Libertor Fund for Children. Scott, thank you so much for being here today.
Glad to be here. Thank you, Scott, very much.
Our pleasure. You and your father have supported local charities for years, and you formed this children's fund as part of that process. Tell me more about the fund and how it works.
Well, we started the fund about a year ago, Libertor Fund for Children, and we've been involved in charities, as you said, for a long time. And we saw the need that if you gave your dollar to an investor, you'd want that dollar to go as far as possible. And the same thing with children. If you give us a dollar, we want that dollar to go as far as possible for as many kids as possible. So we do all the work. We filter all the charities, we visit them. We make them report on how many children they've actually helped, and we visit each and every one of them. We look at their financials. So we just feel good about how many we've touched so far.
Well, let's talk about the need in our community. And unfortunately, there is quite a bit of a need here with families that are struggling. How big of an issue is this here at home?
It's pretty amazing. There's thousands of children just locally that, as an example, when we talk about the gift giving, won't receive holiday gifts this year. And the number of kids that go hungry, it's a bigger problem locally than you would imagine, and so we want to address that and grow it as much as possible.
Well, tomorrow is National Giving Day, and that starts your effort this week, which includes a holiday party in Selby 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. Tell us more about what's going to be happening in downtown.
Oh yeah, well, there's a big Christmas tree lighting this Thursday, Friday, and everybody can bring presents anywhere from 7 to 9 o'clock, December 1st, December 2nd. We're going to have Santa Claus, the big tree will be there, and Christmas carolers. And we wanted to have the children, when everybody's out, thinking about other children in our community that don't get presents, and they can pick something out for these different children and have a philanthropist start in life.
That's a great example to set early on. And Santa will be there, right, for photos?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. And what kind of items specifically are you looking for beyond just toys? It could be anything that will benefit young families, right?
Absolutely. Games, gift cards are huge because then each agency can be specific on exactly what they need for each child. And even simple items such as an electric toothbrush would be very well appreciated.
And let me just read a few of the organizations that will benefit from this effort. That's Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Clubs, Child Protection Center, Children's First, Easter Seals, Make-A-Wish, Mothers Helping Mothers, and Solve Maternity Homes. Some great agencies that really need some help, and we're glad they're going to get it through this effort this week. Scott, thank you so much for being here this week.
Thank you, Scott. I'm ready for that lunch now.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Judy is cooking it up for us. We'll get back to her in a little bit. We'll be right back with a story about people who took to the streets over the weekend to care for some big area parades. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
What makes America's #1 beach even better? How about seafood and music? Don't miss the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival happening Saturday and Sunday, December 3rd and 4th from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival December 3rd and 4th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Now that Thanksgiving has passed, the Suncoast is going full throttle towards the holidays. In Siesta Village, families watch Santa take part in a holiday parade.
We love Santa!
We all love Santa, don't we? The event featured photos with Santa, a tree lighting ceremony, face painting, and games. They lined with lights, the shops and restaurants offered their own festive favorites. Live music, carolers, demonstrations of gymnastics and martial arts. The event was sponsored by the businesses of Siesta Village. After saying hello on Siesta Key, Santa traveled south to Venice on his sleigh to visit families along Venice Avenue. The annual Venice Holiday Parade, a city tradition there, kick off the holiday season. Huge crowd came out this year to see it. Nearly 100 groups, including local students, youth organizations, churches, and service organizations taking part in the parade. ABC7 also took part, and it was so great to say hello and see so many of you out there on Saturday night. Also happening over the weekend, Orban's Nursery was open to the public to view 100,000 blooming poinsettias before they're shipped out to garden centers everywhere. The nursery's owner says poinsettias make up nearly 60 to 70% of the family-owned business, and every year they open their doors to the public to come in to not only see the flowers in bloom, or even buy a few of the garden's holiday plants. which of course are an icon of the holiday season.
Started out just a drive-through, but now we have a sale and we get thousands of people out here. And it's, just turned into an event that a lot of people like to come to every year, and they like to help us support the charitable group that we pick out.
And this year, the nursery raised money for Valor Service Dogs, a charity that gives dogs to soldiers with injuries who have trouble adjusting to civilian life after their active service. A Powerball lottery player in Tennessee is set for a very happy holiday. A single ticket matched all 6 Powerball numbers drawn on Saturday night. The ticket is worth nearly $421 million. It was sold in the town of Lafayette. The winner has not come forward yet. According to lottery rules, he or she has 180 days to claim the prize. And in the meantime, lottery officials are advising that winner to sign the back of the ticket and to keep it in a very secure location. All right, let's get back now to the kitchen with Chef Judy Gallagher, we're moving on from turkey, right?
I gotta tell you, Scott, it's time. And this is gonna be the last dish that you're gonna see involving turkey. So we're making a pho Vietnamese soup out of this. I have the prime rib. I've taken off most of the fat that I can. There's still some on the bone, but this is even better if you make it a 2-day process. So the fat will come to the top in the refrigerator overnight and you can skim it. Meat's in. Let's get the beef broth and chicken broth in there as well, and we're going to bring it to a simmer. Now, as I mentioned before, I was down at the Saturday Farmers Market downtown, and I'm so happy that Warden Farms has a bigger spot now because it's always so crowded. Great produce there, especially I was looking for a lot of Asian items, and that's where I got it. Daikon, radish, and I'm also going to use the stems. If you're not sure when you're buying unusual produce, just ask them because they're really knowledgeable and they might even share a recipe. So this is the time, if you even have leftover cut up sweet potatoes, turnip, anything like that from the big holiday, put it in your pot. So I have onion, I have daikon radish, I have a couple carrots that were left over, and I have some organic fennel. So I'm going to use some of the fennel leaves, the fronds, as well as the base. And that's going to get that really flavorful, almost like a licorice taste, along with star anise. About 2 of these you just drop in, and I just get a small packet over at the Fresh Market, and it will last for different occasions that I have, because I'll definitely be making this throughout the winter if we can get Scalzi to lower the temperature a little bit. Now I also have some fresh scallions. What you can do is you chop the top part. That will go in later on, but for the bottom part right here, just wash them really well, and that can go right in the soup because we're just going to strain everything. Make sure you wash them really well though. So I want to talk to you about ramen, because normally I buy ramen in a package. Well, Peperonata Pasta at the farmer's stand is now making ramen noodles because they make it for a restaurant here in town. Takes about 1.5 minutes in boiling water, and that's going to be the perfect addition to this soup. So we're going to let this start to simmer. We're definitely going to want to add some kosher salt, okay? Be a little bit liberal with that, because the good thing about the broth I'm using is it doesn't have too much sodium in it. So let's let that start to simmer. When we come back, we'll add some more Savoy cabbage, a few other items, cook up the ramen, and ooh, the soup's going to be so good, no remnants of Thanksgiving.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota. Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Recapping our top story, Ohio State University lifting a shelter-in-place warning on campus after reports of an active shooter and at least 7 people hurt. Ohio State tweeting Monday morning that all classes would be canceled for the rest of the day. The university had warned students in a series of tweets that there was an active shooter on campus and that they should run, hide, or fight. The Columbus Fire Department reporting 8 people had been taken to the hospital. 2 of those people were in stable condition, but there are no details on the other 5 yet. There are also reports that the attacker mainly used his car and a knife in the attack, but that he or she is dead. The official mourning for Fidel Castro is underway in Cuba. Thousands there paying tribute today. At the same time, Castro's death is bringing uncertainty to the recently renewed U.S.-Cuban relations. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has more.
Lined up by the thousands in Havana's Revolution Plaza, today Cubans pay tribute to Fidel Castro.
Al comandante.
Filing past this memorial, a somber reflection on this island nation, ruled by Castro for 49 years.
His figure will remain Cuba's biggest pride.
Here, where the normally vibrant music has been silenced in tribute, the flag flies at half-staff. A stark contrast to the celebration by Cuban Americans in Miami's Little Havana since Castro's death on Friday.
I don't celebrate death, but I celebrate the death of a tyrant.
I think this issue's in a new chapter for us.
An uncertain new chapter with Castro's brother Raul still ruling Cuba, and President-elect Trump threatening to undo President Obama's recently renewed diplomatic ties to the country, while saying his administration will do all it can to ensure prosperity and liberty for the Cubans. And after a memorial service here in Havana tomorrow, the urn holding Castro's remains will be brought to other cities across this country ahead of his funeral on Sunday. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Havana, Cuba.
All right, Marcy, thank you. Let's go check on our Monday forecast. And,
Yes.
you know, it is a Monday, but at least the weather is really nice outside.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous. I mean, right now the humidity is still fairly low, but it's going to be climbing a little bit over the next couple of days. But that's okay. It still feels very comfortable out. A lot of blue sky out there. That nice little wind coming in out of the south, kind of balmy, you know, so that feels good. Daytime high temperatures warm. Then warmer than average, as they have been for like 3 years now.
Forever.
Yeah, right. Coming in around the 80-degree mark. All in all, very nice start to the day. Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion shows the dawn breaking with only a few fair weather clouds around. Now we have a lot of sunshine out there currently, and a little bit of cloud cover coming in from the south and southeast. That southeast cloud cover caused by a general flow of air out of the southeast, bringing moisture our way. And that moisture will eventually lead to about a 20% chance of a sprinkle or a brief passing shower, mostly in inland areas. We'll talk all about the forecast, what to expect with the next cold front coming our way in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. Some improvements could be coming to a stretch of road in North Sarasota. North Tamiami Trail has a reputation for crime and prostitution. But as ABC7's Kate Flexter reports, one group of local business owners is hoping to see that change.
Derelict buildings, unkept yards, a lot of litter.
All aspects of North Tamiami Trail, says hotel owner Jay Patel. But more than those aesthetic issues, he says it's the sex and drug trafficking that's hurting business.
This morning I saw a guy and a prostitute walking through my property, and I had to tell them to leave.
A major hub for that activity, Patel says, was the convenience store next door to his hotel.
TripAdvisor reviews were saying it's a nice place, but it's in a bad area. And I don't know how many potential clients by reading that wouldn't come here.
That's why he decided to buy and revamp the store.
4363. Thank you.
Now he says he's seeing small but tangible changes.
We see people walking, biking, and things like that, which we didn't see before when I came to town. So it's changing.
Further south at Indian Beach Plaza, Jeff Oldenburg sees that same activity.
It's had a negative connotation since the 1970s.
In recent months, though, law enforcement has cracked down on drug and sex trafficking in the area. And Oldenburg says that, in combination with the area's many amenities, gives him hope for the future.
Within 2 minutes, you can be shopping downtown, going to a play at the Oslo, taking a class at one of the 3 colleges, catching a flight to a chosen destination, catching a sunset on the bay. It's all within minutes.
For Patel, it's that unrealized potential that makes it worth staying and fighting for.
I chose to stay on the trail even though the way it was. It's because I loved Sarasota. I still love Sarasota and wanted to make sure that this is my home forever and for my family.
That's Kate Flexter reporting. A California store taking a different take on Black Friday sales. Instead of just saving money this holiday season, why not get a deal and then donate at the same time? Patagonia stores were open Friday, but more importantly, they say they were concerned about the impact their store could have on the environment. So the store's manager decided why not do something about it. So the store is donating 100% of its proceeds from the day to local environmental nonprofit groups dedicated to saving the air, water, and soil. Customers were taking in the action, still being able to save money while giving it to a good cause. If you want to give back while shopping on Cyber Monday, Amazon is giving you the chance to do just that. The Amazon.com program, Amazon's Mile, gives buyers the option to give back to their communities when they make a purchase. You just have to choose an organization you want to support and then use Amazon Miles web address. Then Amazon will donate 0.5% of your qualifying purchases to the registered organization. Some of the local organizations you can help or support include Cat Depot, Habitat for Humanity, and Suncoast Partnership to End Homelessness. Back to the kitchen now and see how lunch is coming along with Judy Gallagher. Hi, Judy.
Hey there, Scott. So simmering in the pot, I had that prime rib bone that I had left over, a little bit of meat, a big turkey leg without the skin. I've just added a little bit of the Malaysian curry just to bump up that flavor. We already have star anise. Now we're going to take our fresh ramen noodles from Peperonata Pasta. They also have a location on 41 near Trader Joe's. So just if you're going to go there, just check and make sure they have the ramen available, but it's just so good to be able to have fresh made ramen for our soup. So we have daikon radish, carrots, onion, whatever really you kind of want to use up that you think is fitting that might pair well with Asian flavors. So now I have some Savoy cabbage, really good for you, so I'm going to add that, leaving just a little bit of chopped as the garnish goes. In the last 20 minutes or so, I'm going to take the fresh bok choy, baby bok choy, and add it. I don't want that to cook down too much. I want to leave it the way it is. Now, there's 2 ways you can present this soup. If you want to go to the trouble, you can definitely take a strainer and cheesecloth and then pour the broth through the cheesecloth and a sieve, and that will give you that rich flavor of the broth without having all the chunkiness and things like that. If you serve it whole, the way I'm going to give it to Mr. Scalzi, so he has all the goodness in there, just make sure you don't drop in that star anise. It's still going to retain its hardness. Now, one thing I did also put in here is I put in some fresh ginger. There's a gentleman down at the farmer's market called the Ginger Man, and he sells different varieties of ginger, and apparently there are quite a lot of them, along with turmeric. So that's really good to put in your soup as well. And as all those northerners come down, we might catch a cold or two. This soup is going to be perfect. It freezes beautifully. So now we'll just let the ramen noodles finish up. Then what I do is I'm going to put the ramen noodles in a bowl and take them and serve them on the base of the bowl and then put it in the soup. And you can see I've already started that right here. And remember, cooking this overnight is going to be the perfect way to just skim off the extra fat. But you can see in this gorgeous broth, it's rich, it's hearty, and it's flavorful. So come back in just a few minutes and we'll have a taste.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Home Sweet Home has you covered. Every week, the best home experts on the Suncoast reveal their best tips and best tricks for inspiration and transformation. Watch Home Sweet Home every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on ABC7. Visit HomeSweetHomeFLA.com.
So we're looking at temperatures that are already on the warm side, coming in at 79 degrees. We'll top it out today probably at around 81 or 82, 61-degree dew point. Already starting to lift. It was in the 50s earlier this morning, and now we're solidly in the 60s. We will probably see mid-60s to close to 70 by the time we are with you tomorrow. That southerly wind component is going to stay with us. In fact, it's either going to get more southerly, it's going to go due south eventually. And that is in advance of a frontal boundary that's approaching us on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. That will actually shift our winds around even to the southwest before that happens. So increasing humidity is certainly in the cards for us. 78 degrees in Wauchula Parish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 79 in Mayaca, 77 in Arcadia, 79 in Northport, 78 in Venice, 76 in Inglewood, 73 at Longboat Key. Across the area, we're watching the effect of that wind coming in out of the Atlantic and the southern tip of the state, bring a few scattered showers around. Now with a little daytime heating, and as the winds become brisk, we'll start to see a few of those showers make their way into our area, mostly into Charlotte County, mostly into interior sections of Hardee and DeSoto counties, but the rain chance at about 20% for us today. Now, these aren't going to be big rains, no thunderstorms in the forecast. They will not be drought busters, but they're the best we're going to do today anyway. Down the road, we have a better chance at seeing a little more sustained rainfall potential, and that's due to a frontal boundary that's advancing in this direction. Now, this frontal boundary is just basically going to stall out after producing some fairly heavy rainfall for parts of the deep south. But another frontal boundary will be approaching. It, too, will set up a line of strong showers and thunderstorms, and eventually these two systems will merge as an area of low pressure develops in the western Gulf. And we'll watch that bring us on Thursday about a 30% chance of rain, maybe even a little more. So a few more clouds around today, breezy wind turning to the southeast, eventually south, and then an isolated shower or two possible today under the influence of that southerly wind flow, as you can see here on the RPM computer model. Then our winds turn due south. We get less of a rain chance and eventually even southwest. Forecast for the tropics looks good. Not much happening here as we close in on the last few days of hurricane season. And there's nothing in any basin close by that signals any kind of development here. The Caribbean, Gulf waters, near Atlantic, all look just pristine under the influence of high pressure. So if you're taking a cruise, this is a perfect week to be doing that. Southeast wind comes in at about 10 to 15 this evening, decreasing a little bit, picking up again overnight. We'll have a moderate chop with 2 to 3 foot seas. Water temperature now down to 69 degrees. Low tide comes at came at 6:38 this morning. High tide just about now, actually, and followed by another low tide at 5:31. The forecast looks like this. For the next couple of days, we will enjoy unseasonably warm temperatures. As we head into Thursday, we'll have about a 30% chance of rain showers as that next front moves through. Our winds will whip around to the northwest. We'll draw down some drier, more seasonable air, and nighttime temperatures will fall because our dew point values will be less. And we'll see nighttime lows in the 50s, even maybe some low 50s, upper 40s in inland areas. That'll last for a couple of days as our daytime high temperatures hover in the mid-70s, just appropriate for this time of year. And then on Sunday, we'll start to warm up once again. Scott?
Okay, John, thank you so much. Having a couple of glasses of wine could be good for your health, but any more than that could have the opposite effect. That's according to a new study. The review found people who had 1 or 2 alcoholic drinks a day reduced the risk of a stroke by 8%. But people who had more to drink had an increased risk of stroke. The risk for those who had more than 4 drinks a day jumped by 14%. What about those that don't drink at all? Well, the lead author of the review said non-drinkers should not start to drink as a health measure. Divorce rates in the U.S. plunged to a 35-year low. It's hard to pinpoint why, but factors could include the aging of the U.S. population, changing gender roles, or the simple fact that not many people are getting married. Utah, by the way, has the highest marriage rate in the U.S., but it also has the highest divorce rate. The deadly effects of smoking have been public knowledge for more than a half a century. Still, more than 42 million people light up daily, and cigarettes are the leading cause of preventable death in the country. But there are some methods that have been scientifically proven to work, at least sometimes. Kim Hutcherson has more.
If you're looking to quit smoking, financial incentives might be your best bet. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who were motivated by money were able to quit successfully, at least after 12 months. The program that worked best had people deposit $150 with a promise they'd get the deposit back plus $650 more if they stayed away from smokes. A little more than 52% of participants were able to quit. But money isn't always a guarantee. Another group got $800 if they refrained from smoking and didn't have to put down a deposit. Only 17% of those participants were successful. Nicotine replacement therapy, like skin patches, lozenges, or gum, is another option with scientifically proven success. A scientific literature review that examined more than 150 different tests for these items showed that a person's likelihood of quitting while using them increased 50 to 70%. Other methods that have proven results: prescription drugs and quitting with a partner. The jury's still out on e-cigarettes, though. Researchers aren't sure if they help smokers quit or fuel a new addiction. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Entertainment news is next.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 58 years old.
For me, it was heart-wrenching.
It takes a toll on everyone. I mean, it's a depressing disease to watch unfold before your eyes.
You just don't see the person's soul's like gone.
This disease just ravages a family.
It changes your life.
The magnitude of it is indescribable.
Now is the moment. If we work together, we can stop this epidemic.
Contact Bright Focus and learn more.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Black Friday's biggest deals are still here. That's right, the Black Friday sales event is going strong at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokees. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Or save big on a new Jeep Cherokee starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
What makes America's #1 beach even better? How about seafood and music? Don't miss the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival happening Saturday and Sunday, December 3rd and 4th from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival December 3rd and 4th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Join Save Our Seabirds, the Baltimore Orioles, and ABC7 for Run for the Birds, December 4th at Ed Smith Stadium. The 5K 1-mile fun run will end at home plate and be followed by a festival with live music, food, and fun. Register today at raceroster.com.
Yum, Judy. Really good.
Thanks. Well, you know, it certainly gives you a different flavor and experience with leftovers to just go ahead and make it into a Vietnamese soup. And I think with the different seasonings like the star anise and things like that,
you get that coming through there. It's really good.
little ginger.
Goes great with the beet.
Good. Good. So then we have the fresh ramen noodles and, of course, daikon radish, which I love.
Best.
I love. So kind of a shopping spree at the farmer's market with some leftovers, and you've got her done.
And very healthy, too.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all good things in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
thanks.
really is. You're welcome.
Good stuff. Go to mysuncoast.com, click on the recipes button, and all the information will be there, including Chef Judy's video instructions. Very, very tasty. I'll have seconds, please.
Yes, sir.
Scott?
Pass your bowl.
All right, thank you both. In entertainment news today, Steven Seagal getting his new passport from the president in person. But it wasn't President Obama, the actor picking up a Russian passport from Russian President Vladimir Putin. Seagal has become a regular visitor to Russia and has accompanied Putin to several martial arts events. Putin made Seagal a Russian citizen last month. He called the passport a sign of normalization in relations with the United States. Some sad news about a very funny man, Ron Glass, who kept us laughing in TV's Barney Miller, has died. Glass played Detective Ron Harris in the police station show. It was called The Barney Miller Show, has died. Glass played Detective Ron Harris in that sitcom for numerous years. It It was an ABC show from 1975 to 82. He died of respiratory failure. He was only 71 years old. People weren't just shopping or eating this weekend. They were also going to the movies. Disney's animated feature, Moana, I hope I'm saying that right, took first place at the Thanksgiving weekend box office, gobbling up an estimated $81.1 million. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them dropped to second place, while Doctor Strange rounded out the top trio, taking third place. Family in New Mexico is taking team spirit to a whole new level this Christmas, decking out their entire house in honor of the Dallas Cowboys. Even the inside is a sea of blue. Doesn't end there, though. The Olivia's family bans anyone from the house who is not wearing a team jersey on game day. So what happens if you don't miss the dress code? Well, the family rule is that person has to stay out on the porch. No word what happens if you wear an Eagles jersey to their home. I don't think it'll end well, though. A Japanese skating rink got an ice-cold reception from the public after the theme park froze 5,000 sea creatures in the rink's floor. It's all part of a special winter attraction. Fish, crabs, starfish, and other creatures were embedded in the ice as part of the attraction at Japan's Space World theme park. Well, the park's manager says the animals used were already dead, but nevertheless, the social media reaction was swift and brutal. And the park, guess what, has closed the attraction. They have apologized and vowed to remove the fish, hold an appropriate memorial, and then turn them into fertilizer.
Oh, man. Terrible taste.
I just, you know, the person who said, hey, here's a great idea.
Yeah, let's take the dead fish and freeze them in the ice.
Oh.
You could have used plastic fish and avoided the whole situation, you know?
Yeah.
And then they would have had the PR nightmare. I'm anxious to see that Disney flick. I've heard some reviewers say it is the most beautiful Disney movie ever made. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, a lot of Lin-Manuel Miranda's music in there, too.
Yes, that's right.
He can be the movie critic for us.
Have a wonderful afternoon ahead. We invite you back at 5 o'clock for more news and weather. See you then.